Okay, so this is episode 2 in my What's in the Box series. It makes sense to do this box after the last one that I did, because the last one that I did, it was all of my regular 2x2s and 3x3s, and in this box it's mainly 3x3 picture cubes and higher ordered N by N. So it's probably the least exciting box in the whole of my boxed puzzle collection. Don't get me wrong, you know, there's a lot of puzzles in here which I think are great, but I do think this is probably the least exciting box, and it's not even completely full either. Pretty much all of the other boxes which hold my puzzles, they're like a lot more full than this one, so there's not as many puzzles in this one. But yeah, let's take a look inside. So in this box it's mainly picture cubes, 4x4's and higher, and a few block pushers and a few block sliders. So let's see, so straight away we can see some block pushers here. These are called something like Verdaz Cocker cubes. The only one I've been able to solve so far is the 2x2 one, which I think is a lot of fun, and I find it quite challenging. I just a bit of an attempt at trying to solve this 3x3 one, but I didn't really try for that long, and I've not really attempted to solve the other ones. These are puzzles that I'm very much looking forward to trying to work out, but they are a part of my backlog, so that's why I've not really got around to properly trying to solve all of these block pushers. So we've got like a 3x3 one there, 4x4, and then we've got 3x3 rainbow and a 4x4 rainbow. Got the good old Rubik's 2x2 plush there. It's a lot of fun. It's a really cool novelty cube. And we have the Hishu 3x3, which I recently unboxed. So the reason why this isn't in the box which is filled up with regular 2x2s and 3x3s is because there's not enough room in there. But yeah, I've really improved the turning on this. I evened out the tensions, I broke it in, I cleaned the plastic dust off the pieces, and I lubed it with some Mario lube, so it's a lot better now. It's still not a brilliant cube, it's still barely corner cuts. I guess if I was to, the tensions seem loose enough, but to make it corner cut better, I think I would have to loosen the tensions even more, but then I think they'd probably be too loose and it would overspin. So, but you know, I still find it fun to solve. Still an interesting puzzle. It's got the got like the ridges around the edges. Here we've got a 3x3 picture cube. This is probably my most favourite 3x3 picture cube that I've got. It's just got the sun on it and Earth and other planets. Got this 5x5 picture cube here with lizards on it. I find this really difficult to solve. I just find it, I'm okay with the edges and corners and stuff, it's just solving the centres. Just find it ridiculously difficult. Here we have a blind 3x3, so you can solve it if you're blind or in the dark. You solve it by feel, and I just absolutely love the packaging for this. You know, it's a proper metal box, and you've got some thick plastic on the front. You get like this pamphlet and a stand, and you're meant to get like a credit card thing in there, but that's missing from this, which kind of bugs me. But I may get another one of these from Taobao, you know, just so I've got one that's complete with the credit card thing. But yeah, you know, if you like to display your puzzles on shelves, I think this would look really nice displayed on a shelf. We have a very interesting, I guess you would call it a 3x3, because it's basically a 3x3 without the centres and corners. It's just basically an edges only 3x3, and yeah, it's probably the most uncomfortable cube that I've got. I'm trying to turn this with one hand. Okay, so I've managed to turn it. Yeah, it's probably the most uncomfortable cube that I've got to use, because like these spiky bits, they can stick into your hands and your fingers, and sometimes your thumb or your finger might kind of get trapped. So it's kind of uncomfortable to use, but it's a fun puzzle. Here we have some block pushers. This one is by Moser. You've got this 2x2 one. Got some void puzzles there. This is a heart themed one. And we've got another heart themed one. And there should be a YJ one somewhere. Let's see. There it is. This is the V cube. I think it's called the Illusion cube. It's a 7x7, and at first glance you might think, oh, it just, you know, it's just going to solve like a checkered 7x7, but no, not exactly, because one of these faces is actually different from all of the others, and it's just very interesting and enjoyable to solve. It's just a very interesting 7x7. I recommend it. Here we've got some pillowed end by ends. I think this is the only stickless pillowed 4x4 in existence. It's by Hishu. Here's yet another pillowed end by end. Got a 4x4 with glow in the dark stickers on it. This is an East Sheen. And yeah, at one time these were like the best 4x4s. Can you believe? And this is my highest N by N. It's a Shangshao 8x8 in primary. It's really fun to solve, but it feels like if I was to go any higher than this, like 9x9 and above, I would probably find them too tedious to solve. So I'll probably never get a higher ordered N by N. Yeah, Maru 2x2, and again the reason why it's not in my other box that's filled with regular 2x2s and 3x3s is because there's not enough room for it. Here we have a gradient 3x3. This is a Maru cube, and it turns quite nicely actually. The thing that I've never understood about gradient cubes is why is one of the faces white. I would have thought, like on a gradient cube, instead of a white face, it would just be another shade of the other colours. So like for example on this one it would just be, I would expect it to just be another shade of green. I don't really know why it's white instead. And these are Supersede stickers. And again here's another gradient cube. It's a 4x4, Supersede again. And again, one white face on it. And you can see I've done the cube in a cube thing on this one, which looks quite nice. For solution cube, so there's, it has 4 different solved states. Dancing, I think it's called a bead 4x4. Doesn't turn that great, it's very stiff. This 4x4, I really like the look of this sticker mod, and it was very easy and cheap to make because I just basically took the original stickers off it, I cut through some of them, and then I put them back onto the puzzle in this arrangement. And I think it's turned out really, really nice. And we've got a candy colour, I think it's a 6x6. 1, 2, 3, yep. I'm not really that keen on candy colours, but I thought I wouldn't mind having at least one cube in candy colours. And we've got a Maru 4x4 V1 and a Maru 4x4 V2. These two cubes, they do catch and lock up a lot, which is a shame, because if they didn't catch and lock up, I think these, to me, I think these would be really great 4x4s. I think if you loosen the tensions on them enough, they stop catching and locking up, but then you kind of end up getting the like the core ends up becoming misaligned sometimes when you're trying to solve it fast. But there's something that you can do, like I think you like glue a piece that's in the core and then it stops that misalignment. So I'll probably do that one day. Now we've got a Maru 5x5 there. Issue 5x5 turns really badly. This is an interesting picture cube, because I'm sure the solve state for this is where it's just one continuous squiggly line going all the way around the cube, and it's very difficult to solve, because sometimes you can, like when you're trying to solve it, sometimes you can end up with, like, say, a squiggly line that goes like that, and then it kind of joins itself, so it's kind of separated from the other squiggly lines, and that's not solved. It just needs to be one continuous squiggly line around the whole of the cube. Now we've got a Daincheng painted 5x5 there, and 4x4. Hishu 4x4 there, Shengshao 6x6 LSD cube, which I think just looks really nice, and I accidentally scrambled it. Hellraiser cube. Can't remember what these are called, so at first glance they might look like the exact same sticker mods, but they are a bit different. You can see on this one, when you look at the corners, you've got like full triangles, so you've got like a blue triangle there, and a green triangle there, red triangle there, etc. Whereas on this one it's not quite like that. You can see it's different. And Shengshao Super 2x2. I never really bother with solving this because I've got the Shengshao Super 2x2x4, and it solves pretty much like this, except there's more to it, so I don't really bother with solving this one. I may end up selling this on eBay. And then lastly we've got the Eden Mini 4x4. I think maybe this is the smallest 4x4 that you can get. The turning just isn't that great though. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I guess it makes sense for the next box that I show to be the box that's filled with 2x2 and 3x3 and other higher ordered shape mods. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Thanks for watching.